When Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise's fast-paced marriage ended, the world was shocked. Their whirlwind romance had captured the attention of the media, and their union seemed to be a fairy tale come to life, filled with red carpets, magazine covers, and public displays of affection. But what unfolded in the aftermath was even more surprising. Their daughter, Suri, slowly began to disappear from her father's life, raising questions and sparking curiosity among fans and observers. What could have caused such a dramatic change in their relationship? In a society that often places celebrity marriages under a microscope, the separation became the subject of immense speculation and intrigue. Many wondered whether it was a result of Katie's actions, or if Suri herself chose to step back as she grew older. Compounding the mystery were the dynamics of Tom's career in Hollywood and his deep ties to the Church of Scientology, which drew both admiration and criticism. As things progressed, it became clear that the father-daughter bond was not just strained, it was on the brink of disintegration. Each passing year saw Suri more and more distant from her father, leading to further questions about the implications of their separation. What would become of this once strong family unit? Behind the headlines, behind the glamorous events, a tragedy was unfolding under the public's watchful eye. This is the story of a family at the crossroads, a tale of love, loss, and the quest for identity amidst the chaos of fame. The whirlwind romance and strange public moments. Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise's relationship burst onto the scene in a spectacular fashion, capturing the hearts of fans and media alike. Almost instantly, they became America's hottest couple, and their whirlwind romance felt like something straight out of a movie. They were not just dating. They were swarmed by rumors, tabloids, and photographers documenting their every move. From romantic dinners to lavish getaways, nothing was private. Just 18 months after their first public appearance, the couple got married and welcomed their first child, Suri. However, alongside the glamour, there were unusual moments that raised eyebrows. One infamous incident was when Tom jumped on Oprah's couch, declaring his love for Katie, a move that shocked fans and left many questioning his own behavior. Then came the strange interviews and moments that put their relationship under a microscope. The couple often displayed overly dramatic public affection, like exaggerated kisses during red carpet events. This left viewers feeling a mix of confusion and discomfort, as if they were witnessing a performance rather than a genuine display of love. Tom even attempted a deeply intimate connection by purchasing a sonogram machine to check on Katie's pregnancy at home, a bizarre choice that sparked skepticism among medical professionals. Moreover, having a Scientology chaperone attending public events alongside them created a strange dynamic. While the fans were enamored with the fantasy of their love story, behind the glitz and glamour lay a host of questions about their personal lives and the true state of their relationship. These peculiar public moments ultimately set the stage for deeper revelations about their exceedingly complex lives together. A peculiar wedding and guarded early years. Their lavish wedding, held in a 15th-century Italian castle, was straight out of a fairy tale, but stories from insiders told of unsettling scenes behind the glamour. Baby Suri, born just months before the marriage, was often the center of attention. In one peculiar incident, Tom purchased a sonogram machine to use at home, claiming he wanted to personally monitor Katie's pregnancy. This raised eyebrows, since most expectant parents rely on medical professionals for such procedures, not a home setup, especially not from someone without medical training. Critics noted that it bordered on obsessive. The presence of Scientology chaperones, designed to monitor Katie, kept her under scrutiny, underlining the peculiar dynamics at play. Every moment of their lives as a family felt orchestrated, as if for public consumption rather than genuine family time. Suri's early years were steeped in publicity, with paparazzi often waiting around their home for a glimpse of the child. Tom and Katie's high-profile lifestyle created a chaotic environment that made regular family moments feel staged. Insiders reported that Katie often altered their routines, scheduling outings in such a way as to avoid cameras. She was determined to provide Suri with a semblance of normalcy amidst the frenzy of fame. However, it was clear that behind the fairy tale facade, there was a complex world of control and scrutiny, which would ultimately shape Suri's guarded childhood, creating a contrast between the glamorous public life of her parents and the more private, sheltered upbringing that Katie fought to maintain. Prenups, privacy, and the beginning of the split. Before Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes tied the knot, a massive prenuptial agreement was created, one that reportedly filled 5 bankers' boxes, prepared by Katie's lawyer father. This added a layer of legal security, especially given the intense public scrutiny surrounding their relationship. Once Katie filed for divorce in 2012, things moved quickly and quietly. Unlike many celebrity splits, this was executed with strategic precision, revealing Katie's careful planning amid the chaos of her marriage. With full custody of their daughter Suri, Katie had the power and the resolve to leave, ensuring her daughter's stability was prioritized. Their separation was sealed with a strict silence clause included in the divorce settlement, which prohibited Katie from publicly criticizing Tom or discussing their marriage in detail. This clause, while not unheard of in Hollywood, was quite significant in maintaining their public image post-divorce. The focus shifted entirely to Suri's well-being, with Katie working hard to shield her from the glare of the media. As the dust settled on their marriage, the prenuptial agreement served not only as a safety net for Katie, but also as a symbol of a life detached from Tom's celebrity status. It was a clear indication of Katie's priorities, protecting her daughter from the tumultuous world of Hollywood fame, while ensuring that Suri would have a normal upbringing away from the chaos that often engulfed such relationships. Thus, Katie's foresight and determination became evident as the split marked the beginning of a new chapter for both mother and daughter. Katie's careful escape and the secret divorce plan. Katie Holmes executed one of the most calculated exits from a high-profile marriage, masterfully orchestrating a plan that seemed to be straight out of a thriller. When she decided to file for divorce from Tom Cruise in 2012, it wasn't merely an impulsive decision. It was a carefully planned escape. She began working on her secret divorce strategy months in advance, consulting with multiple law firms across various states, all while keeping her intentions hidden from Tom. Katie used burner phones, covertly communicating with her attorneys to ensure that no details of her plans leaked. This meticulous approach allowed her to avoid the kind of public spectacle that typically accompanies celebrity breakups. She was intent on protecting Suri from unnecessary drama and media frenzy, prioritizing her daughter's well-being above all else. During the divorce proceedings, Katie managed to secure a prenuptial agreement that was reportedly extensive enough to fill 5 bankers' boxes, demonstrating just how serious she was about her future and her daughter's future. The combination of a solid legal framework and her stealthy maneuvering resulted in one of Hollywood's fastest divorces, completed in just 11 days. This unprecedented speed left many wondering how Katie managed to navigate such a complex situation without a public fallout, but her focus was always on ensuring that Suri would be shielded from the chaos. As she moved forward, Katie's careful planning allowed her to maintain a sense of control over her life and her daughters, crafting a path that distanced them from the constant scrutiny of fame, while simultaneously making a decisive break from Tom's world. Tom Cruise's withdrawal and the fading father-daughter bond. After the divorce in 2012, Tom Cruise's presence in Suri's life gradually diminished. Over time, he became less and less involved, raising questions about his commitment as a father. He admitted in 2013 that there was a period exceeding 100 days when he didn't see Suri at all, creating a painful gap between them. As Suri grew up, it became evident that she was spending significant milestones without his support. Birthdays, school events, and special moments passed without her father, which many found troubling. Sources close to the family suggested that Tom's loyalty to Scientology played a crucial role in this estrangement. Observers noted that his priorities shifted away from personal relationships towards his obligations to the church. As Suri missed out on not just the father-daughter bonding moments, but also the comfort of having him present, the chasm between them widened. Tom's career choices, coupled with a serious commitment to Scientology, caused him to withdraw from Suri's upbringing. This distance left a void that Suri felt clearly as she transitioned into adolescence. Speculations arose over whether Tom's absence was a conscious choice or a byproduct of his hectic schedule and deep-seated beliefs. However, as the years rolled on, Suri's life continued to grow, and Tom's withdrawal seemed to solidify their separation. Suri embraced her independence, while Tom remained a distant figure, gradually fading from her everyday life. This evolution illustrated a heartbreaking reality of fatherhood, where, despite the initial dreams of a close bond and support, the relationship barely survived the test of time. Suri's break from the Cruise name and creating her own identity. In a bold move, Suri Cruise has decided to break away from her father's legacy, choosing to adopt her mother's middle name, Noel, instead. This change signifies more than just a name. It's a powerful statement about her identity and the life she wishes to lead. By officially becoming Suri Noel, she honors Katie Holmes, the parent who has been present throughout her upbringing. Suri's choice reflects a deep understanding of her experiences and a desire to create her own path, separate from the intense spotlight that comes with being a Cruise. Over the years, as Tom Cruise has gradually distanced himself from her life, Suri has forged a strong, independent existence. This shift in her identity plays a critical role in asserting her independence, allowing her to embrace a future that is authentically hers. In school productions, including performances where she took center stage, Suri showcased her newfound name, uniquely signaling her intention to step out from her father's shadow. The reaction from insiders indicates this isn't merely a name change. It represents Suri's determination to carve out a distinct identity in the world. The decision resonates profoundly, as it highlights her maturity and fierce loyalty to her mother, who has consistently prioritized Suri's well-being above all else. As she moves forward into adulthood, this decision marks a pivotal moment in Suri's life, underscoring her strength in navigating her relationship with fame, family, and the complexities of her past. In a culture that often defines individuals by their lineage, Suri Noel is taking charge and defining herself on her own terms. Katie Holmes' fierce protection of Suri's privacy. Katie Holmes has gone to great lengths to shield her daughter, Suri, from the relentless scrutiny of the media, which often invaded their lives from an early age. Following her marriage to Tom Cruise, the couple quickly became one of the most photographed families in Hollywood. As a result, Suri was thrust into the limelight, becoming a target for paparazzi. To combat this, Katie made it a priority to keep Suri's life as normal as possible. She often altered their routines, opting for quiet, early morning walks to avoid cameras. Katie has even expressed the emotional toll this attention has taken on her family, revealing how she would go to great lengths, from changing parks to visiting at odd hours, just to provide Suri some semblance of a typical childhood. This fierce dedication to maintaining Suri's privacy was evident in her parenting decisions. Katie deliberately chose to limit Suri's exposure to the press. She has also voiced her commitment to protecting Suri's innocence, stating that she would do everything in her power to ensure her daughter has a stable, happy life, far removed from the chaos of the Hollywood spotlight. Additionally, Katie has been candid about the immense pressure celebrity parents face in shield their children from public eye. She believes that a safe and secured upbringing forms a strong foundation for a child's confidence and self-esteem. Ultimately, Katie's protective nature stems not only from her experiences as a child star but also from her deep love and commitment to Suri, ensuring that her daughter grows up grounded, despite having famous parents. The complicated legacy of Scientology and the silent distance. Tom Cruise's life is intricately linked to the Church of Scientology, a connection that has shaped not only his career but also his relationships, especially with his daughter, Suri. For years, Tom has been one of the most visible advocates for the church, often making headlines with his fervent beliefs and public support. However, behind the glamour and fame, this allegiance has led to a growing divide between him and his daughter. The church's practices have often been scrutinized, leading many to question whether Tom's commitment to Scientology has overshadowed his role as a father. When Katie Holmes filed for divorce in 2012, she was granted full custody of Suri, allowing her to raise their daughter away from the church's influence. Since then, reports indicate that Suri has increasingly distanced herself from Tom. Many speculate that the environment fostered by Scientology contributed to an estrangement that has only grown over time. As Suri entered her teenage years, Tom's absence became more pronounced, raising eyebrows among fans and family alike. Despite Tom stating in interviews that he treasures fatherhood and is dedicated to his children, Suri's experiences tell a different story. The lack of shared milestones, such as birthdays or school events, further emphasizes this silent distance. While Tom's public persona remains larger than life, his relationship with Suri has faded into the shadows, leaving many to wonder how a father so committed to a cause could remain emotionally absent from his daughter's life. As Suri emerges into adulthood and establishes her own identity, she continues to navigate the complexities of her father's legacy, while seeking to define her own path, free from the constraints of a past that includes the church's influence. In conclusion, the journey of Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise tells a poignant story of love, loss, and personal growth. Their whirlwind romance sparked public fascination, but ultimately, the fallout revealed deeper complexities that many found surprising. Suri Cruise, born into a world of fame, became a symbol of their fractured relationship. As she grew up, her choices, like changing her last name, signified a shift toward carving out her own identity, apart from the heavy legacy of her father's stardom. Katie's unwavering commitment to protecting Suri's innocence amidst intense public scrutiny showcases her dedication as a mother. She has worked diligently, balancing her career and motherhood, ensuring Suri enjoys a stable, happy childhood, free from the pressures that come with celebrity status. The years of estrangement from Tom highlighted the painful reality of their disconnect, leaving many to wonder about the effects of his choices on Suri's life. Their dynamic poses an ongoing question about the nature of family ties, especially in the context of the Scientology influence that has loomed over them. Through it all, Katie emerged as a resilient figure, prioritizing Suri's happiness above all and fostering a nurturing environment. Reflecting on their story, one can't help but be moved by the silent strength exhibited in Katie's actions and Suri's resilience. As they both continue to navigate life's challenges, their bond grows stronger, serving as a testament to the love that exists beyond fame and media scrutiny. Ultimately, this narrative invites us to reflect on the complexities of parenthood, love, and the choices we make for our children.